Everybody was like, your name is too long. We don't know like what to call you. And she was like, yeah, we just call you TILA. Like, you're gonna be TILA for as long as we're gonna know you. And I said, cool, like if I ever start a business, like that's what my business name is gonna be, TILA. I definitely see this work here at TILA, creating a niche space for Black women is definitely a social practice because it's bringing light to issues that have prevailed in the industry, but that haven't been tackled in the way that I plan to do it. I would classify myself as a social practitioner that happens to have an artistic and entrepreneurial background. Yeah. Brick and mortar sounds so dated to people these days. Like everything has to be digital. Everything has to be this. And I'm like, people need physical space. Like we have so many spaces now where we have a place to connect, like Black Girl Magic, Blavity, 2190. There are a lot of platforms that exist for Black people to converse and connect with each other, but there's no physical locations for us to go that are Black owned, especially art places. There are a lot of co-working, but not art spaces. When I first started out, I just wanted to be the broader women, women in general, and I realized that wasn't true to who I was. Like I'm very much a Black woman and I own that, and I take that very seriously, and so we switched over to just be focused primarily on Black women artists. So that was really critical as a differentiator, because there's no spaces just for Black women, and then Black women artists too. I think what we're cultivating here is like the nurturing of Black women artists. So how do you go from ideation to creation to exhibition? We're really focusing on the ideation part. So how do we incubate your ideas and push you to create them through critique and just shared space and conversation? And then exhibition, because we have our gallery. I think I just found my voice as a social practitioner this year when we completely rebranded who and what TILA was for and who it was for and how we did it. I think that was really revolutionary. And I know I was doing the right thing when I get white women who were subscribed to our newsletter before. Anybody other than a person of color that subscribed to TILA last year asking to unsubscribe now. That's how I know that our voice is correct and that we're doing something that is uncomfortable and unconventional. It's always about moving the needle to empower marginalized voices or people of color and bring those issues to light through the events that we go through, programs that we put on. It's how do we shape that narrative? You come in here, you know, you might see things that are prolific, you might see things that make you uncomfortable, but we are going to push you to have a conversation about it. We're not gonna let you leave and be like, let's not talk about it. And I think that's really critical too, and helps me refine my voice and why I do the things that I do. Is not being passive, it's being very forward and intentional. I want to see my artists exhibit at TILA and all over. And I want them to go to the Brooklyn Museum and to the Whitney. Like that's where I'm taking them. Like I'm not taking them just here. Like they're supposed to go beyond these walls. So I think it's a lot of work to get there. We're definitely in the early phases, but once we can get a full production space underway, I think we'll really start to see a shift in the way Black women create and exist in the art world. I just hope people get excited about what we do. I hope people don't feel that it's exclusionary, that we don't want to welcome them into our space. I just really hope that they see that in this day and age with our government, and that so many things that try to exclude us, that there is a place that can be inclusive, that can foster and enhance relationships too. So I think like, I want people to realize that and respect that and be okay with that. So in turn, and be okay with themselves that we're doing it for and by Black women, and that that's okay. Tiffany Latrice, and this is my voice, and this is my life.